Andy Reid teases stories he'd share at Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. A few I can't tell. Fans have been clamoring for news on a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding seemingly since news of their relationship went public. Now, Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid has weighed in on what he might say if asked to speak at their nuptials. "Well, there are a few stories I can't tell," he said in a Thursday, August 7th, appearance on Kansas City centric Fescoe Dusty podcast. "There are a lot of great stories. He's done so many good things. All the things he does off the field people don't know about, helping people out. He's got a big heart that way, and I appreciate that the most." Reid, 67, also reminded listeners that he's actually known Swift, 35, longer than his star tight end has. Before Reid joined the Chiefs, he was head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles from 1999 to 2012. Swift is originally from the Philadelphia area, and he got to know her before her fame reached meteoric levels. "I knew her before he knew her," he said, referring to Kelce, also 35. "My family has been a big fan of hers and we know her father and mother and that whole deal from the Philadelphia area. Her dad's a huge football fan." Everything Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid has said about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance. Reid, who let it be known he has Swift's Red album, added that he's impressed with how Swift has handled her fame. "She became this famous person and arguably the most famous woman in the world since probably the Queen passed away," Reid said. "But she sure handles it the right way, and that's the part one appreciate the most. The thing I appreciate most is how she handles it, how Kelce handles it," he added. "They just do it the right way and they're not a distraction by any means. People always ask, are they a distraction? Absolutely not. There's no distraction because of how they handle it." Chiefs coach Andy Reid responds to "Good girl, Taylor Swift getting booed at Super Bowl." Reid is a football lifer first and foremost. He began his coaching career as a graduate assistant at Brigham Young University, his alma mater, in 1982, and has watched the game evolve at the college and pro levels ever since. He also credited Swift with helping bring more women and girls into the fold, and the NFL for leaning into it. "Women, girls, they're looking at the game a little bit more," he said. "Look at flag football now. We're talking about Olympic sports. We're talking about college sports. Girls are having an opportunity to play the game and they're loving it. Not that it was all tied into her, but she had a big part in that. The NFL has bought into that too and supporting that. I think it's a beautiful thing all the way around." Are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce buying a house together? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce made headlines last month for their casual lunch date at JoJo's in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. But the power couple's visit to the Cleveland suburbs appears to have been not so casual after all. They were apparently shopping for something considerably more substantial than sandwiches. According to multiple sources who spoke with Clevescene, Swift and Kelce reportedly toured at least 2 high-end properties currently on the market in northeast Ohio's affluent eastern suburbs during their summer visit. The Ohio property tours align with earlier reports from January, when Us Weekly revealed that Swift was considering purchasing a home in Kansas City, Missouri, where Kelce plays for the Chiefs. "When they have time, they want to look at real estate," a source told the outlet at the time. They've talked about exploring buying a home together. After months of managing demanding schedules, Swift's record-breaking Eras Tour and Kelce's NFL season, both finally had the luxury of uninterrupted time together. "It's been a turning point for their relationship in a lot of ways," a source told People. "They're incredibly happy and in sync. There's a calmness and ease to their relationship right now that's been really grounding for Taylor and Travis." For Swift, who already owns multiple properties across the country, adding an Ohio residence to her portfolio wouldn't be particularly shocking. But the choice to explore Cleveland area real estate carries personal significance. Kelce hails from Cleveland Heights. While the specific properties they viewed remain undisclosed, Northeast Ohio's luxury market offers plenty of options for buyers with Swift and Kelce's combined wealth, some commanding prices well into the 8-figure range. Whether their Ohio house hunting will result in an actual purchase remains to be seen. For celebrities of their caliber, touring multi-million-dollar properties might simply be the equivalent of window shopping for the rest of us. But given their increasingly serious commitment, Kelce recently went Instagram official with personal photos from their time together. Don't be surprised if Cleveland's suburbs soon welcome some very high-profile new residents. You might also like, under the soft glow of Kansas City's training facility lights, Andy Reid leaned casually against a table, his trademark mustache curling just slightly as if it were trying to hide the grin forming underneath. The media scrum had gathered for their usual pre-practice Q&A, expecting the standard football talk, playbook tweaks, injury updates, maybe a quip about the next opponent. But instead, Reid decided to drop a playful bomb that instantly sent the internet spiraling into speculation. "Well," he said, pausing long enough to make sure every recorder was rolling, "if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce ever decide to tie the knot, I've got a few stories I'd share at that wedding, though some of them I probably can't tell." The room erupted in laughter. Reid didn't even have to say more. Those words alone painted 1,000 possibilities. A coach who'd been part of countless championship locker rooms, who'd seen his players' best and worst days, was now dangling the ultimate carrot, untold tales about the NFL's most high-profile couple. The imagined speech. Fast forward to a future where the Kansas City Chiefs' legendary tight end is standing at an altar, a little taller in his tux than most grooms, and Taylor Swift, dressed in a gown that looked like it was spun from starlight, is standing beside him. The crowd is a mix of NFL stars, music royalty, and enough paparazzi to make even Patrick Mahomes check if his hair is perfect. And then, there's Andy Reid at the microphone. "Now, I've coached Travis through a lot of big moments," he'd begin, adjusting his glasses as if reading from notes but clearly winging it. "Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, and yes, that one time he tried to convince me that 'Shake It Off' should be our locker room warm-up song." The crowd would chuckle, and Reid's mustache would twitch like it knew the next line was better. There was also the week Travis swore he wasn't distracted, even though he had handwritten lyrics to "Love Story" taped to his locker, right next to the playbook. I asked him if he was planning a touchdown dance or a proposal. He didn't answer, he just smiled that Kelce smile. At this point, Taylor would laugh, her hand covering her mouth in that perfectly human way that even stadiums of screaming fans couldn't make disappear. The can't tell stories. But it's those few I can't tell that would have everyone leaning forward in their chairs.